Loads of Harry Potter was filmed around here, like in Lake.
There's Swindon.
Swindon and the Magic Roundabout is an incredible tourist attraction.
Especially if you're from America.
Though I saw a comment on the Jarcast where we ragged on Swindon for ages, where it was like, yeah, I went to Swindon once, and you're so right, that place fucking sucks.
Good afternoon, morning, evening or night, ladies and gentlemen. We are out in the wild, lost in the woods. And today, we're testing Swidders. So we have come to the local great town known as Swindon to eat the most fartiest fart foods we can and put the Swidders to the test. And we started off with shitloads of coffee. Thinking about getting Ruben this for Christmas.
Look, this is Alex coming back as the narrator. I don't know why we thought this intro would be a good idea. Not that Swindon isn't exciting for everyone out there, but there really is a conclusive lack of cohesion going on.
Oh my god.
But I'm going to show you all these random skits nonetheless. See if this makes any sense to you.
You sure I'm not some kind of monkey?
You guys cool if we pop into a Tommy You guys cool if we pop into a Tommy Hilfiger?
Hey, you mind if we go to Ralph Lauren?
Yeah, I'm just going into that one.
You feel me?
Oh.
Give me the tea.
Nosh is served. Yes, eat your nosh, little piggies. There is something scary, though, James, that we do need to talk about. That being the close call near evisceration of Britain's wildlife.
Yes, there has been. So, most country people would know, who live out in the country, would know. Back roads. The small roads, that connect, towns, cities together before you get on, major roads. So, picture this. It's the start of quite a big storm. So, it's raining heavily, really strong winds.
What time of day was this?
This was 1 in the morning.
Damn. What,
So
Saturday night, 1 in the morning?
This Sunday morning, 1 in the morning.
Right, yeah, of course.
And I was going down this back road, pitch black, no lights at all. It's all just trees.
Mm-hmm.
Rain, wind, just a mess. So I was driving down, 60 miles an hour, going down this road.
Pretty quick. Pretty speedy.
The speed limit. I was doing the complete speed limit. And everyone who drives down these roads has the fear that one day an animal could run out in front of your car. It's like the fear in your back of your head. You see it sometimes. You see people hitting like deers and having their car destroyed.
Yeah,
and
there's
being
always a
injured.
corpse on the roads.
Always. So here I was, travelling down, going a bit speedy, listening to Eurobeat, because that's what you do. And suddenly I was getting up this road, and suddenly an animal started just running out right in front of where I was. Suddenly, and between my instant response was like avoid, because obviously the other side of the road was clear. There's no point, because there's this like misconception what people believe you should do when like an animal pulls out. A lot of people think you should like stop. Really, you shouldn't stop. If like an animal runs out, you have to hit it, basically.
Yeah, because of what you say. Because if there is a car coming the other way, it's probably
You
better
can't-
you hit the animal as opposed to crashing into another car and
Exactly.
causing a pile.
And if you try to emergency stop, you're going to hit the animal anyway, and you're possibly the person behind you hit you, causing a big crash.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, in that situation, it's like you just gotta hit it and kind of kill it. It's gonna go. So here I was, and my instant response, because the road was clear, was to just boom, just completely try to avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't brake at all. I just threw it, then braked suddenly, and then just kind of catapulted myself around. And I've got footage, literally just boom, boom, straight across. Didn't slow down at all, and then just continued driving.
This is, if you're listening to the audio version of this is one I'd recommend going to the YouTube version just to watch the intro, because the intro to this video was James's like dash cam footage of him dodging the badger. Did we say it was a badger?
It appeared to be a badger, but from the point I saw it like walk out to the point where I'm on the road again after dodging it, it's 2 seconds. That's
Really? Did you look at the timer?
It's from like 9 seconds to 10 seconds to 11 seconds. That is incredible. The fact that my brain could actually just like calculate, go that way.
An instant reflex.
Yeah, my instant reflex.
Yeah, a few months back, I nearly had a collision with an animal. Didn't have the footage of it, but I was driving back to town at night, and this huge, bloody great deer came bolting out of the woods, and it was like with the badger. Like, luckily it was late at night, and there were no cars coming, so I could kind of go round it like you did. And I was going way slow. I wasn't going 60, but that was scary enough on its own, especially because like a badger will mess your car up. If you hit it.
Badgers are built like a shit brick house.
Yeah, they're
if you
like
hit one of them, your car's gonna be destroyed.
Yeah, but imagine like how much
Yeah.
worse it would even be if it was one of these huge like bucks.
Yeah. It could go through the windscreen. It could hit you. It's not.
Yeah, those
it's
antlers
really
could go
unpleasant.
through like some horror movie scene and just impale you on the spot.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I managed to avoid it. And you see in the video, I didn't make a noise. Like, it's obviously inside my car, no noise at all. I did not react. I was just like,
Yeah.
boom.
No, someone I know's sister, when they were doing their driving test, a pheasant ran out. It was it's like a small bird, like chicken-like thing.
If you live in the country, you know what they
Yeah,
are, 'cause
yeah,
they're
yeah.
Really,
I just like, because most places don't have badgers, do they?
What
Or
do you
maybe
mean by
types of badgers. Because I was talking to my dad, who's from New Zealand, and I was talking to him about the wild animals that live there, because it's completely different, obviously. They don't have foxes, they don't have badgers. So then I was like, oh yeah, of course, like, we don't, like, the world doesn't share the exact same.
Yeah.
like for like example, if you were like in Canada or America, you could hit fucking like bear or fucking like huge
Yeah.
elk. It's like, fuck, that's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
next
yeah.
level. So that's hitting like that's the equivalent of hitting an actual car, which is just absolutely
Yeah,
crazy.
especially if it is like a huge elk. That's like
You-
the
Elk
weight
are
of like.
scary.
And their horns are like huge
No,
as
that
well.
one- so maybe that's why in America they've all got these massive cars.
Yeah.
It's just like elk protection. No, but it's actually a test, isn't it? Cars in America, I'm pretty sure, are designed so that if they hit an elk, the person won't be killed.
Really, they have
That's
to
an actual
design it
test.
around elk.
Yeah.
But yeah, this person was doing their driving test, and a pheasant came out in front of the car, and they were instructed to just go through the pheasant. So it, like, just eviscerated the pheasant, kept on driving, and they like started crying, and they like hated, like they just couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, hitting an animal.
And then they failed. But while Jim was doing his theory test, I had a bit of time to kill in Swindon.
Oh my god, yeah.
I had about an hour to wait for Jim to do his test. So I was just, walking around central Swindon, which is just so
the
depressing.
Brunel Centre.
Yeah, the Brunel.
It's dog shit.
Of course, the coronavirus has just fucked it. So, I'd say, maybe 40% of the shops are just, closed or closing down.
No, it's more like 60, 70.
Really? It's that much?
It's not Corona either.
Really?
It's been like this since last year.
Well, surely Corona would have been the nail in the coffin.
It is, but this is the realistic truth. Shops are dying. That who goes to shops
Well,
anymore?
people have been saying this for years about how high streets and shops have been fucking dying because of Amazon and eBay and all this. But
which I hate.
Yeah, it's lame. It's sad. It makes the town feel pointless. And
It's just going to be more houses.
Yeah.
Everywhere is just going to be houses.
Houses and huge Amazon warehouses.
For every square kilometre, there'll be one Amazon warehouse, and all the drones will to every house. And that's the future.
You just go out to pick up your Amazon order or get shopping.
No, it just gets droned in through your window. Or
yeah, we'll redesign houses so there's a drone
helipad.
point.
Yeah,
on the top of the
Yeah.
house.
No, or even do you remember episodes and episodes ago? I talked about that underground. Postal service where they just fucking shoot shit underground. It would just be one of those directly to your door.
they
when you
fucking drop
fucking
it from
flashlight.
the hatch there. It's just boom on the floor.
Yeah.
Fuck off
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, drones and tubes just all over the place.
No, but it's good because they've developed these weapons now. These just microwave waves that they're just designed to shoot drones down. So just stick one in there in my house and see everyone's fucking
my
drones
God.
being fucking gunned down.
Take all the packages.
But yeah, so I was walking around Swindon. It was quite strange, to be honest. I was wearing my mask. I'm a bit concerned about Swindon. You know what some of the people are like there. There was a protest that was going on when I was there that I snagged a little video of. I couldn't really tell what they were protesting. I was a bit confused. But after that, after I walked past the protest, I kind of stumbled into this old man who was holding out this piece of paper to me, and just, I walked up to him, I embraced him, and took the piece of paper. Yeah, I just started kissing him, started making out with him. But no, he handed me this piece of paper, and then it began, James. He was a born-again Christian, this fella, and he started having a chat with me. About how the rapture's coming and all this. I'm not bringing this up to make fun of religious people or anything like that. Just this one gentleman and what he was up to with this. I guess he hangs around there weekends in Swindon. I think it was a Saturday. So he was chilling in the square, hands me this paper, and then he's like, "Are you religious?" And I said I was raised Catholic because that's what my dad always says, and he's he's just not very religious, so I find that funny that he says that. So I said it, which this guy seemed to quite like, because he used to be Catholic as well, till he became a born again. But he was he had this prepared speech where he was going through all his points about how men are inherently evil. And he said, he asked me, "Have you ever looked at a woman and felt lust?" And I said, "Oh yeah." And then he was like, "Well, you've sinned then."
Did you actually say, "Well, yeah"?
What? Yes. Because I was like,
I wish I could have been there.
it was bizarre. No, because I find it really hard to end conversations sometimes. I just get trapped.
Yeah.
And you were calling me because you finished your test while I was still... I was with this guy for 15, 20 minutes probably, just listening to him go on.
Really?
Yeah. And you were calling me, my phone vibrating, and I just wanted to just get what I could out of this guy. But yeah, he was using the corona situation to try and fearmonger me into becoming a born again Christian, saying because I was wearing a mask, the next morning I was going to wake up with a microchip embedded in my forehead or something along
I
this.
definitely wear my fucking mask.
Yeah. Or a mark on my arm or something like this, which is the brandishing of the devil or some shit like that, unless you repent and acknowledge that you're inherently evil and stuff like this. But
Yes, it's just when you lust over a woman, those big titties,
those quantum milkers just can't get enough. It was quite a weird experience though, because he was an older gentleman. He must have been 70, 80, wearing this really elaborate, almost like Indian or like Middle Eastern like top. But then wearing these like really traditional like UK 80-year-old like chinos and like brown shoes. It was bloody weird.
Yeah,
and
that is strange.
yeah, he went through his points and everything. He gave me this bit of paper with all of his like points of why I'm evil and why like everyone. He said, look around you, all these fellow Swindoners. All I see are zombies. I see the walking dead among us. This is nothing. This is just the start of the rapture. You haven't seen anything yet. In the coming weeks, like it's done. But my tactic for these people is to just like agree with them, so I can just hear what they say and what their script and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So I heard it all, and like it was pretty frightening. Like there's just the level of delusion.
No, it's interesting how similar that's a pretty extreme,
Very
like,
extreme
religious stance to have.
Yeah.
But how similar that is to conspiracy theorists.
Right, yeah.
Like with the whole chip in your head thing. Because I obviously had an interaction with a full-on conspiracy theorist.
Yes.
I don't know if we ever talked about it on here.
Yeah, the straw man.
Yeah, the whole straw man thing. But it's just the way these people get suckered in because they're vulnerable at the time, and they sort of
it's fear.
It's all this shit that's designed to reel in people that are already at their lowest.
Yeah.
And it's sick
and
to me.
You're
it's
accepted
straight up
into
manipulation. And
yeah,
then,
it's like culty. It's very weird.
Yeah, the saddest part is that he would have been a case where he was someone that was vulnerable and
probably
needed like some sort of
but I ended the conversation by saying thank you for enlightening me. And I walked off and I answered the phone.
No, because when I'd passed my test and me and Alex met up, Alex said, who wants to reveal their news first? So I showed him my result, and then he was like, well, this is the new me. And it was this fucking born again Christian leaflet.
Yeah, no, and the final bit on this before we end this segment, he wasn't wearing a mask, obviously, because it would put a chip in his head or whatever.
Yeah.
But he kept going like and shit like that. So every time he was doing that, I was like taking a step back, like further and further away from it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was very bizarre. Yeah.
That is funny.
Richard the Lesbian's just going to start us off. What are each of your earliest memories related to Swindon?
Oh Christ! Going to the town centre of Swindon on my birthday to buy games from Game. Because back then Swindon was like the legend. It was like the only big place. It was just like, oh my birthday, I want to go to Swindon. And then you go to Swindon and you go to Frankie and Benny's.
My earliest memory might be going to see one of the prequels.
In Swindon?
Yeah. Because I went with a friend of mine.
The timeline lines up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Maybe 2005?
Remember, I'm younger.
I'm just thinking of work. Yeah, no, continue.
Yeah, and driving past that, there's like a car place, and there's a Mini like on the wall.
Yes, there's the Swindon, the Mini factory.
Is it a factory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where Minis are made. Literally, that's where Minis are made.
Right. Yeah, well, that's my memory. Going to see Star Wars and seeing that, and my friend was like, look, it's Spider-Man's car.
Did you laugh?
I went, no, it's not.
No way is that
No,
Spider-Man.
because he'd have one that is red and black.
It is red, though.
Yeah,
the
it
one
is
on the
red
wall.
and black.
But why'd you say that?
Anyone else got one?
Alex, what's yours?
It's just cinema-related ones, because the only time I remember going to Swindon was either for food or cinema. That was it.
Right, yes.
I think
So, Prince of
mine would be
Persia, maybe?
mine would be ice skating, I think. But
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
I
forgot
knew-
about the
I think
sports
I-
centre.
been to Swindon before that because I remember not being like, whoa, new place. When I was there, I was just like, Swindon. That's where this is. So I don't
No,
know
the
when
thing
I would have been there sooner, but I must have been.
I have that new feeling every time I go to Swindon.
The
'Cause
new
you see,
feeling.
it's like you scratch away at the layer, you get deeper into Swindon lore, and it just feels so refreshing every time I go. You know,
you
there's a
talking
new
about?
building.
The next Dark Souls will probably be set in Swindon.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite. It's like they based it off of fucking
Yeah.
Undead Burg.
And the Link Center, that's like your Anor Londo. The Link Center. No, maybe that's your new Londo.
What's the
Anor
train
Londo is
station?
more
The
likely like
ugliest
the
building ever.
shopping center. Yeah, I think it probably is.
What's
The train
that in
station.
Dark Souls? That ridiculous train station.
That's Sen's Fortress.
Yeah, Central Fortress.
But for those who don't know what Swindon is, just Google Swindon train station.
I'm sure if they're watching this episode, they know what Swindon is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look at it
must
as
do.
well. Remind myself.
It's
It's real bad.
It's such a bad building. Yeah.
It's terrible to
It
actually
looks like it was built in Nazi Germany or something.
It looks like it's boarded up as well.
It is.
Yeah.
It is actually boarded up.
Oh, it's actually boarded up. It doesn't just look that way.
It's really ugly. Yeah. Why is it so huge? That
Yeah, why
building
is
at
it
the
so
front?
tall? I don't understand.
Ugly sir. Ugly sir.